Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends where you're watching from at this moment of the day. Please, if this is your first time of watching our videos on our YouTube channel, please kindly help us by hitting on the red subscribe button. By so doing, you promote our YouTube channel. It doesn't cost any money. And if you have been following already subscriber, we pray that God will continue to bless you and bless your own business as you help in blessing our own business. Please, I don't have just much to say, but I have a very wonderful video which I listened to that was made by one of the Biafrans, an Igbo man in Houston, Texas. It is very comprehensive, video, but personally, I believe most of the things he said, and there are parts of them I'm still in doubt. And that is why I decided to make this video so that most of you that may have known more than some of us can just help us to give us your opinion, what you think about what this man have said. And he was talking just on the 2023 presidency that the geographical territory called Nigeria has promised the Igbo people, and the man was itemizing reasons why Igbo presidency 2023 cannot work out, or why even Igbos should not take it serious, or why it is a scam. He called it a Greek promise of 2020 presidency to Igbo people. So the man made mention of a lot of reasons. I'm gonna tag this video. I want you to watch it to the end to hear it yourself. I don't want to start, talking on what you're going to listen to. But my take is for you to take your time, watch this video, listen to this video, and tell us what you think about this video, whether what this man is saying is true or not. And, the Igbo people or Igbo land, they are the people agitating for Biafra. And the Nigeria, whom they want to go out from, is now promising them the presidency in the year 2023. So these two, and most of the people, some of the people just want this presidency, and some other people want Biafra. So this is a kind of, mixed feeling and mixed goal. Some of people, most of the people don't want the Nigeria, and most of the people are going for the presidency. So, and this man is saying why this presidency is a scam, why it cannot work. He, started reviewing the constitution, which he called names. He called it, which I want you to listen for, for yourself, by yourself, and deduce all this man have said, and not tell us what you think about it, whether what this man, was saying in that video is correct or not, whether you believe in those things. Though you're going to hear it, but he made this video 3 days ago on Friday, being 18th of this October 2019. So, but I'm bringing it to you now. If you have not come across this video, just take your time. Just take your time, listen to this video, watch this video, and analyze what this man have just said, and tell us what you think. The Igbo people are the people agitating all over the world for Biafran, for the sovereignty of actualization of, for the actualization of sovereignty of Biafra. They want to go, they want to be on their own. They don't want Nigeria. But this time around, the Nigeria they don't want is promising them, the presidency. Because one of the reasons why the Biafrans want to go is because of the marginalization. the Nigeria as a country, marginalize them, don't give them their equal rights with other people. There's no equity. For instance, day before, sorry, today, we are listening on the empowerment, the agricultural empowerment states they listed. The Imo state was not there, and most of the eastern states were not, listed there. So a lot of people were asking, okay, why is it that Igbo is not listed there? So these are some of the marginalizations why they want to leave. So watch this video, please. Don't fail to watch and tell us what you think.
Friends all over the world, this is your brother Clifford Chukwemeka Iruanya, again coming from the city of Houston on this very Friday, the 18th day of October 2019. And today we'll be talking on a topic, why the Igbos must ignore that Greek gift or distraction called Igbo Presidency 2023. Let me reveal a secret that many people do not know. The Caliphate, they have found out that the 1999 Constitution is on a downward spiral. It is irredeemably being repudiated, rejected, and it is on its way to the trash can. In order to stop this, they have combined forces with their British government collaborators and some of our own Igbo people and those people who are even our neighbors. And now what have they done? They have floated the idea of Igbo Presidency 2023 in order to distract the Igbos who are already hell-bent on throwing away that book of Lucifer called the 1999 Constitution. Now, let's make it very clear. According to this Constitution, it is absolutely impossible for any person of Igbo extraction to be voted in as the president of Nigeria. Why? Because when you go into section 134, subsection 2 of the Constitution, you find out that the condition there for electing a president does not favor an Igbo man. But let's keep that aside. Let's even build on an assumption that all the candidates that will be contesting in 2023 are all Igbos. That means head or tail, an Igbo man wins or woman wins. Let's assume an Igbo man wins. Now, will that person not subscribe to Schedule 7? Because according to Section 140 of this Constitution, anybody who wins the presidency of Nigeria must subscribe to Schedule 7. And what did Schedule 7 say? Schedule 7 is about the oath of allegiance and the oath of office. Meaning that whoever wins must swear an oath to defend, to preserve, and to protect this Constitution. This book of Lucifer, this pack of lies, this illegal document, this unitarily imposed document that we, the citizens of Nigeria, never made. You had it from the President General of Ohanes and Igbo the other day. You had it from Mark Olise. You had it from Professor Akin Oyebode. You had it from Dr. Amos Akimba. You had it from so many people that this document is a fraudulent document. We never made it. But the Igbo president of 2023, we swear an oath to defend, to protect, and to preserve this document. Now, let's say he does that. Now, I have 8 questions, 8 solid questions I'm going to ask this Igbo president come 2023. Question number 1. If you are an Igbo president, will your Igbo presidency affect Section 3 of the Constitution? Section 3 listed 36 states, out of which 19 are in the north and 17 are in the south. Are you going to reorganize to make it 1818? Can you do that? Of course you cannot. Section 8 of this constitution is the only section that has to do with the creation of additional states. And if you go to section 1C and 1D of this constitution, you will see that it is absolutely impossible to create an additional state. I want anybody who is watching me to go to section 8, subsection 1C and subsection 1D to see the conditions under which an additional state will be created. That's question number 1. Question number 2. How are you going to do in terms of the conditions stated in section 9? Remember that section 9 of this constitution is the section that has to do with amendment. You see the conditions there to amend the constitution. It requires 2/3 of the number of states. It requires 72 senators. It requires 240 House of Reps. Are you going to change that section 9? Of course you cannot. Question number 3. Are you going to reverse the violation of section 10 of this constitution as done by the 12 contiguous states in the north? 12 states declared Sharia law, and that is against section 10 of the constitution. Are you, Igbo president, going to reverse that? Are you going to reverse that Sharia law? Are you going to that's number 4 now. Are you going to remove Nigeria from membership of OIC? OIC means Organization of Islamic Countries. Forget about the conference they call it. It's Organization of Islamic Countries. If you are an Igbo president, are you going to pull Nigeria out of OIC? Do you have that capability and capacity to do that? Question number 5. How are you going to balance the number of Senate and House of Reps? Because right now, there are 58 senators in the north and 51 in the south. Can you make it a 50-50 situation where we have 54 in the north and 54 in the south and scrap the 1 senator for Federal Capital Territory? Or you may even decide to leave it, but at least let's have 54 senators in the north and 54 senators in the south. Can you do that? What about the House of Representatives? The Constitution provides that section 49 of the Constitution provides for 360 House of Rep members. Are you going to balance it to be 180 in the north and 180 in the south, Mr. Igbo President 2023? I'll go to the 6th question. Question number 6. How are you going to correct the injustice of section 162, subsection 1 and 2? For those who do not know, section 162, subsection 1 and 2 says that there shall be something called a federation account. And that in that federation account, every money that realized from all the resources in Nigeria will be paid into that federation account. And when the money is about to be shared, that money will be shared according to 3 conditions. 3 conditions will be used in sharing the money in the federation account. Condition number 1 is the population of the state. Condition number 2 is the number of local government areas in that state. Condition number 3 is how big the size of that state. These 3 conditions are conditions that will be used to share money realized from any resource and all the resources coming into Nigeria. A typical example, oil. If oil is sold and money realized, and it will be put into the federation account, and when it is being shared, it will be shared according to the size of the state, according to the number of local government areas the state has, and according to the population of each state. That is section 162, subsections 1 and 2 of this useless document called Nigerian 1999 Constitution. Mr. Igbo President, are you going to do that? I am going to elaborate further on this section 162, but let me move ahead to the seventh question. Now, the seventh question is this: if you are made Igbo President in 2023, are you going to remove section 318, subsection 1 of the Constitution, which basically lowered the standard of educational qualification for even presidency, where it was stated that somebody's ability to read and write as described by INEC, not as described by the Federal Ministry of Education, just INEC. If INEC satisfies you that you can read and write, then you qualify educationally to contest for presidency. Are you going to expunge that? Do you know that doing that means doing constitutional amendment against section 9 comes into play? And then the eighth question is, are you going to remove section 6, subsection 6D of the Constitution, so that the immunity that is covering Gowon, Obasanjo, Buhari, Ibrahim Babangida, David Mark, and all the genocidists of July 29, 1966 to January 15, 1970 will be brought to book? These are people who massacred the Igbos in their millions. They are covered, they are under immunity by virtue of section 6, subsection 6D of the useless document called 1999 Constitution. Are you going to remove that section 6, subsection 6D if you are Igbo president? And I even remember something now. I will even call that one the 9th one. If you are made a president from the Igbo extraction, I ask you, Mr. Igbo President, what are you going to do about section 4, subsection 2 of the Constitution and schedule 2, part 1, which listed 68 items? It is because of this part of the Constitution, these 68 items, that we don't have good roads, we don't have hospitals, we don't have seaports, we don't have airports, we don't have railroad, we don't have good IT infrastructure. There are no industries. Our people are dying in the Mediterranean, crossing to Europe. Our people are dying in the desert. We are living a life of slavery because of section 4, subsection 2, and schedule 2, part 1. As a people, we don't have any right to own our own resources. The oil and gas in our backyard, we cannot exploit because the Constitution confiscated these oil resources from us. We cannot police ourselves. Does anybody know that in section 215, subsection 4 of the Constitution, it says that the governor of a state cannot give instruction to a police commissioner? Never. And if he does not do that, the police commissioner will ignore him, except such instruction is approved by the president or the inspector general of police. That is section 215, subsection 4. And that is why we are being put under siege, military siege, Operation Python, this and that and that. There is no police commissioner that is from the Igbo land that is in any of the Igbo states. There is no DSS director of Igbo extraction that is in any of the Igbo state. Why? Because of section 4, subsection 2, and schedule 2, part 1 of this document. And you are telling me that you want Igbo presidency 2023. Of what use would that be? What use will the Igbo presidency be? Even the right to govern ourselves, even the right to elect our own people, was confiscated from us in this section 4, subsection 2, schedule 2, part 1. So what use will be the Igbo presidency to you? Let me go back to the issue of section 162, subsection 1 and 2. I want to read something here. Let's go to it straight away. Let me use two states in Igbo land, since I'm talking about Igbo, but I will add Biafran at the end of it. Let's go to the Igbo state. Imo State and Abia State are oil producing states. Kano is not an oil producing state. I'm going to pick Kano because I am bringing this into section 162, subsection 1 and 2, so that we understand why this document should be thrown into the trash. Why this document is the soul of our problem. Why it is the thing that is making us poor by the day. Now, let me go straight there. Imo State produces 17,000 barrels of oil a day. Abia State produces 11,000 barrels of oil a day. In a month, Imo State produces 510,000 and Abia State produces 330,000. According to the latest report, our crude oil sells for $58 per barrel. Now, the gross sales from Imo State is $29,580,000 every month. I repeat, Imo State generates $29,580,000 every month. Abia State generates $19,140,000 every month. $19,140,000 every month. Now, if you take away what we call the UOE, the unit operating expenditure, which is the cost of producing 1 barrel of oil, and according to Irina Slav of oilprice.com, the report she wrote on the 8th of April 2019 shows that Nigeria, the cost of producing oil in Nigeria is 23 barrels. So if you take 23 barrels, $23 please, $23 per barrel, and take it away from the gross of for Imo State, you're going to have $17,730,000 as the cost of production. And then the net, what comes into the federal government after removing of the cost is $17,850,000. Let me repeat that. Imo State generates $17,850,000 every month from crude oil. Abia State generates $11,550,000 every month from crude oil. All this money, they don't go to the federal government 100%. I know that, and we all know that. But federal government takes about 70% of this money. So 70% of the money generated in Imo State is $12,495,000. 70% of the net oil sold from crude oil in Abia State is $8,085,000. So if you add Imo and Abia together they generate $20,580,000 every single month. Kano State produces zero. Now, here is the fun part. Section 162, subsections 1 and 2, says that when $20,580,000 comes into the federal government purse, and this money is to be divided among the state, it will be divided according to the population of the state, according to the local government areas, and according to size, how big the state is for each state. Now, Imo State is approximately 5 million. It has 27 local government areas, and the area square kilometer area is 5,530. Abia State has about 4.5 million population. The local government area is 17, and the square area is 6,530 square kilometers. Kano State has population of about 10 million, and it has 44 local government areas, and it has 20,131 square kilometers. So if you add Imo State and Abia State together they have less than 10 million. Meanwhile, Kano alone has population of 10 million. The two local government areas of Imo and Abia, adding them together is 44. Kano alone has 44. The two sizes of the state, if you add them together, Imo and Abia add together, they are about 12,660 square kilometers. Kano alone has 20. So when the $20,580,000 generated every month is now brought to the table for sharing, you can see how much will go to Kano, that is 10 million population, 44 local government area, and 20,000 square kilometers of land. As against Imo State, 5 million, 27 local government areas, and 5,530. And Abia State, 4.5 million, 17 local government areas, and 6,530. Meanwhile, Imo and Abia together generated almost $21 million. Kano generated zero. But because of their population, the number of local government, and the size of Kano State, they are going to take a chunk of that $21 million every month. So do you now see why the caliphate will never let go of this document? Instead, they will float Igbo Presidency 2023. And if you are an Igbo president in 2023, there is nothing you can do about this. First of all, you will swear to uphold this. Uphold this means that we are going to uphold section 162, subsections 1 and 2, which gives Kano State a chunk of the oil revenue coming from Imo and Abia, which are Igbo states. Because of what? Because Kano State is purportedly larger in population, they have more local government area, they have more land mass, but they are producing zero on the crude oil money that they will be sharing every month. Therefore, my dear people of Igbo, we must say no to Igbo presidency. Igbo presidency is a distraction. And those people who are peddling it and who are from Igbo land, the people will turn against you. And whatever happens to you, you have yourself to blame. No to Igbo presidency 2023. What we want is shutting down this. We are going to have a transitional government that will set things proper, so that those who want to refederate will refederate. Those who want to be on their own will be on their own. But you see this document? It is going down. Igbo presidency 2023 is a ruse, is a great gift, is a distraction, and it must be rejected, just like we have rejected this evil document called 1999 Constitution. Thank you, good people of the world, and God bless you.